And welcome back for Season 2, Episode 4 of the Red Revival. Today we've got two games to play. We've got the home game against Sporting in the Champions League, and we've also got the game against Rangers, the Viaplay Cup Final, which will take place directly after this game, so in 4 days' time. Before we do so, we'll just get caught up on how the fixtures have gone so far, ever since the tremendous win against Barcelona at the Nou Camp. We followed that up with a trip to Rugby Park, where we lost 2-1. Yep, right back down to earth. Hugo got our goal, Anderson and McGuinness got the goals for Kilmarnock. Fortunately, Rico had a poor game. We then played Ross County at Pittodrie. Goals from Devlin with a double and Pittodrie gave us a 3-0 win in that game. Then went away to Karabag in the Champions League and we won 4-0. Zeknini, Pittodrie and Bai get sent off. Rachmani and Duke finished off the scoring in that game. Yeah, we done quite well considering we went down to 10 men. We then played Celtic at Pittodrie. We won 3-2 with goals, a double from Handel and Wanta getting the third and decisive goal. We then went to Easter Road, recorded a 5-0 win with Duke, Manny, Imanol, Rachmani and Pittodrie getting on the score sheet that day. And then we went away to St Mirren and won 3-0 with goals from Hannibal, Clarkson and Williams. So following on for that, there's a couple of other things just to catch you up on before we go ahead with the Sporting Lisbon game. So we got the draw in for the fourth round of the Scottish Cup, and it's probably the worst draw we could have got. We're away from home, potentially against Darvel. Darvel, of course, humiliated us a couple of seasons back there, so hopefully Stranraer can put them out. But there's an Old Firm tie as well in the fourth round, but we'll see what happens and hopefully we don't end up playing Darvel. Following the draw against Darvel, we've got some more bad news. Sadio Mane will be leaving the club to join Al Khalij. That will go ahead on the 1st of January once the window opens for 3.2 million. If I have just a quick look into Mane, he's still pretty good at the moment, but his contract expires at the end of the season and in 4 days' time he'll be able to get approached in a free transfer. He was wanting double the wages he's on just now, which I wasn't happy to give him when he's just getting older. So it's a shame, but we're going to lose Mane. However, Josip Brekalo was available on a free transfer, so we've moved to snap him up. He's a winger as well, so he is going to pretty much be the replacement for Sadio Mane. Maybe not quite as good, but we will have a quick look at him just to see how he's going to compare. 3.5 stars current ability, so very good in comparison to the squad. So looking at Brekalo, can play on the left or the right. More than likely will be played as an inverted winger on the left side. Very good technically, fairly good mentally, pretty good still physically, and at the age of 27 I can't see him declining anywhere as quickly as what Manny's likely to do in the coming years. So yeah, looking at his flair, 16 off the ball, 14, good vision, good first touch, good long shots, decent passing and technique. I think he'll do very well in that role. As we said, 3.5 star ability. Not in the worst wage, he wanted less than what Manny did, and we do have the option for the contract extension with good value. Comparison to the squad, he comes in just a little bit behind Mane in terms of ability, but I think it was always going to be difficult to replace Mane with like for like quality. Previously off Fiorentina, I think Brekalo is going to be a great signing for us. Now that we're all caught up, that brings us to the game against Sporting Lisbon to be played at Pittodrie Stadium. So first of all, we'll get a look at the lineup for the game. In goals we have Rico, right back Brandon Williams, centre back pairing of Pittodrie and Segovia. Imanol will start left back today, Watson in defensive midfield, Mane on the right wing, Handel central midfield, Zeknini on the left, Rachmani and Moanta partner each other up top. So we'll get the team submitted and get on with the game. You can see we're currently in pretty good form as well, so we'll give our usual team talk if we're doing well and let's keep that going to the guys. They're probably getting sick of me saying the same thing to them over and over, but it's not a lie. So we line up with our usual 4-4-2 formation today. And Sporting will be lining up in what looks like a 5-2-3-1 formation. Sporting have got a decent side, so I'm expecting a tricky game here today, as much as we've performed really well so far in the Champions League. We'll get the action underway just now. And I think we're already safe for Champions League qualification, very much. We should definitely be getting through to the playoff round, but I think one more win would probably see us get automatic qualification as we get our first highlight of the game on the 15th minute. So we've got Imanol coming down the left, playing it into Zeknini. Zeknini's really good for scoring kind of wonder goals. So we've got Ramani coming down the right. And that cross was a dangerous one, but we've got a corner out of it. And that's to be taken by Handel. Doesn't look like it's coming to anything. Watson with a shot from distance, but it's well over the crossbar. I quite like Handel in the centre midfield role. He's a good player. The only problem with him is he's got very poor natural fitness, so he seems to drop off in terms of sharpness quite easily as he swings in a free kick, but it's headed over by Pittodrie. So I might look to potentially improve on him if we can get someone similar in that just doesn't lose sharpness as quickly. Handel swings in another one. It's headed clear. I've had the better of the game so far by the looks of it. Imanol playing it back to Pittodrie. He's been a rock at the back for us as well this season, picking up where Wilson left off last year. Scoring some goals from corners from us. Pretty good in there. Sporting tried to play it out from the back, living a little bit dangerously here. Seemed to have found a bit of a pathway through. Maybe not. We nick it back high up the pitch, and Mwanta puts it just over the crossbar. Sporting are going to try and play it out from the back again, potentially not learning their lessons here. We've got Manny on the right. Again, he'll be leaving on the 1st of January. Thought it made sense to get some money for him. He was wanting far too much in terms of his contract. So we play the ball around here just now. Handel plays it through. Rakwani, it's another shot from distance. It goes over the bar. Get the impression Sporting are playing quite a low line here. It's going to make it difficult to break them down. But in the same token there, they've not had any shots this full first half. We've been creating the better opportunities. So I think it's just a case of patience here. I'm going to tell them that we need to be better in front of goal because we're not hitting the target very often. And the usual encouragement of saying I think that they can still improve. Wouldn't be overly disappointed with a draw in this game. It put us on to 16 points, which is likely to be close to being enough for automatic qualification for the next round. Nothing really happening as of yet in the second half. Don't think anyone's playing particularly poorly. Maybe Mwanta's struggling a little bit, but it's currently on a 6.3 rating. As we see the ball with Sergio Rico for the first time this game, I think. Just playing it out now from the back. It shouldn't be too difficult with Sporting having so many players back. Watson. The handle, and it's through to Mwanta, who opens the scoring. Potential offside though, so we'll see what the ref has to say about it. And it's been awarded, so we take the lead 1-0. Coming into the 70th minute, I think I'm going to look to make a few changes just now, just to freshen things up. Manny every single game seems to be the one that's struggling the most. He's just losing his legs with his age, so bring on Clarkson, who have been playing quite a lot out on the right wing. He just seems to have really good statistics for it with his work rate and his stamina and so on. He's pretty good out there. He's been getting some good match ratings as well. Zeknini's struggling a little bit, so we'll bring on Keskinen. I think we'll bring Watson off for Ranocchia. Have probably brought in too many players, so I might need to trim the squad. I'm struggling to get good game time for everyone in terms of rotation, so I'm starting to get a few unhappy players. And completely against the run of play, Marcus Edwards has put it in for Sporting. So that's a little bit disappointing. Sporting have done very, very little this game. So I wonder if we maybe make a change up top. We've got Emerald coming down the left to Keskinen, who's hit the post from range. That's unlucky, that was a good effort. I'm quite unlucky there not to have someone getting the end of that one. Ball rolling across the line of the goal. Sporting now trying to play it back out from the back here. It's back to the keeper. I'd be surprised if there's any further kind of highlight here. There's a couple of kind of really key chances, but it looks like one's going to fall to Sporting. And that's quite a poor effort by the striker there. Should have done a lot better with it. We're just not quite at the races today. I think we've been a far better side of the two teams and we just haven't been able to do anything with it. So let's see what we've got on the bench here that could make a difference. It's only really Duke, who's not been in the best of form this season, but I'm going to bring him on anyway for Manta. I think Rick Manny's just really important in that pressing forward role for these sort of games. We'll see if Duke can use his pace to do anything here. But it's looking very likely that it's going to end in a draw today. Yep, 1-1 it finishes. Again, Sporting did have a lot of possession in this game, but 3 shots they managed to get from that. Pretty poor. We've obviously conceded the only one that they put in target. So Sergio Rico, going to lay the blame on him. Can't save anything these days. Might look to get a new keeper in if there's anything out there that looks any better than him. In terms of us, we had a lot of shots. We could only put 4 on target, so it tells you everything. We hit the woodwork twice, had 2 clear-cut chances. Definitely would say we deserved to win this game, but can't win them all, I suppose. So I'm actually going to tell them I'm disappointed because we should have won it, rather than sympathising with them. I'm not really an arm around the player kind of guy, so keeps us top of the table at the very least. So top of the Champions League group stage. Sporting, to be fair to them, are actually doing fairly well themselves, so it was a tricky game for us to come up on. But I think that would definitely see us qualify for the playoff round, and more than likely 4 points in it, probably another point or so will see us through to actually qualifying proper from there. So that's pretty good. We've made a little bit of money off that game as well. And if we just kind of have a quick look then at the Premiership, just give you a catch up with that side of things as well. Currently sitting top of the table. We have had 1 loss, which was the Kilmarnock game. A couple of draws this season against Hibs and Celtic, but other than that it's been pretty smooth sailing for us. Rangers have dropped points against us and St Mirren, and also a couple of draws there, both at home with Dundee United and Hearts. Kilmarnock surprisingly are sitting up in 3rd place. They're doing pretty well at the moment, and Celtic have been dropping points kind of fairly regularly, so not just us and Rangers, Dundee United, Ross County and Kilmarnock have also beat them this season, and they've also had a draw against us at Parkhead as well as St Mirren. So we are looking in good shape in the league. Rangers look to be the closest challengers to us this season. Kilmarnock possibly the surprise package. Ross County and Motherwell struggling down the bottom there. Really looks like a 3-horse race with the relegation side of things, with St Johnstone getting dragged into it as well. Yeah, we're back anyway for the League Cup final against Rangers at Hampden. So in between the games we did get our youth intake preview, and it looks a very good one this year. We've got an attacking midfielder which is rated an A, and also a striker rated as an A. 5-star intake being promised. Chance for a real golden generation apparently. Been stung by this before, so we'll see when it comes to March how good the intake actually is. So it's cup final day now against Rangers at Hampden. So we'll get on to the team sheet. Team selection for today: Rico in goals, Williams at right back, Cittadini partners Segovia, Imanol at left back, Daga comes in at defensive midfield, Clarkson will play on the right hand side, Ranocchia in the centre of midfield, and Bricalo will play in the left wing. Rachmani will partner Wanta up front. So we'll get the team submitted. In hopefully we can get a positive result here and pick up another piece of silverware. It's into the dressing room, and I think we'll just tell them I do it for the supporters today. I've got faith in the team. Let's get cracking on with it. So we can see our last result was a draw against Sporting. We've got our 4-4-2 formation as per usual. And Rangers today line up in a 4-2-3-1. They've had a couple of losses in their last 5. And hopefully we can add to that today. So the game's kicked off. Hopefully we can have a positive start here. Very little happening in the early stages. But we've had the first shot on goal today. And we seem to be dominating possession as well. First highlight. Sees a throw into us. Segovia at the back now, just playing the ball forward. Retaining possession pretty well here, as we've seen in the stats earlier. Don't know if that suggests that there's now been a swing and Rangers are terrified of us coming forward. But Inoki's got it and he's hit the post by the looks of it. I don't think that was a save. But Tav puts it out, taking no chances. So a positive start for us. As we said, we're 20 minutes in. We've very much had the better of the game so far. Brandon Williams has picked up a booking right back though, so we'll need to keep an eye on him. Hopefully doesn't lose his head. Tavernier will be a free kick. And looks like Rico got something on that to tip it over the bar. Decent save from Rico. Probably shouldn't have played him today. Usually play our other keeper in goals, Vustov, but forgot to change that. Hope he's not mad at me. Rangers haven't really done too much. They've got a very small XG at the moment, despite having the same amount of chances as us, but to be fair, we've not done much either. Imanol swings in a corner and Cittadini gets up for his 6th of the season, but referee is going to have a look at this one. The VAR, never really have much luck with VAR from corners, so yep, it's been disallowed unfortunately, and it's still all square. Coming into half time, I think we'll need to give players a bit of a talking to because they're just not doing much at all here. Tell them they're not doing well enough for my liking. And give them some encouragement as well off the back of it. So hopefully that brings some sort of reaction coming into the second half of the game. Half had an early chance, but not one of note. So the 51st minute, we've got another highlight. Kelly takes the kick out. Williams coming down the right. Decent cross, but there isn't anyone there. It comes back out to Bricalo. Not a great effort considering where he was. He wasn't very far out from goal there. Straight at the keeper. Got another highlight here. Swung over from Bricalo. It's not really got going yet for us, but Cittadini makes a run into the box and he puts it home this time. And the ref's not going to chalk this one off, thankfully. So we're 1-0 up in the cup final. Again, we're kind of restricting Rangers, but they've got another chance here with Tavernier, who puts it over the bar. Probably would have been better swinging that to the back post rather than shooting, but I don't mind them having shots from there. Confident Rico can save them. There's another highlight here. We've got Moanta coming forward. Plays it out to Williams, who's got a lot of space there on the right. And to Clarkson. Cutbacks dealt with by Rangers though. Cittadini coming forward. Not usually that far up the pitch when it's not a set piece. Swung in again and dealt with again by Rangers, but we continue the pressure. Imanol sends it in, and that was Rick Manny hitting the post there. So we are still creating plenty of chances, we're just not converting them. Another highlight here, 67th minute. Trying to bring the ball forward from the back. Daga's been a pretty good signing for us. Still got plenty to offer, so he's came forward and potential might be a penalty. And especially against Rangers, with it not being a penalty to Rangers, it's surprising. Hopefully we've got it here. We have, we've been awarded the penalty. Commentary seems to think that Daga dived. I don't believe that for 1 second. He's an honest lad. McManny tucks it away to make it 2-0. I think off the back of that we'll make a couple of changes just to freshen things up a bit. Williams just had that booking for a while, so we'll bring Noah Mikic on. I'm actually going to bring Rick Manny off as well for Eddie Ugo. He's still quite young, so he could be doing the learning in a game like this. Clarkson come off for Portanova, who's still a little bit unfit, but we should be able to get him through this game. And we'll see if they make any difference to anything. With it being 2-0 up, I'm quite happy for the side just to kind of sit back and take control of the game if they can. We'll get a highlight here. It looks like Rangers are trying to box us in a little bit, but not really doing a great job of closing us down, despite using that high line there. And we're just kind of passing through them at will. A chance here for Danilo, who's put it away. Ref's going to check VAR, but usually telltale sign is if he's running back with the ball, it's going to be allowed, and it is, unfortunately. So Rangers have got a goal back pretty much out of nowhere there. Very undeserved goal, in fairness, but that's a problem that we have when we play with the high line. We can get caught out with balls over the top at times. We've got a kick-off highlight here. See if we can do anything with it. Portanovo is saved. Bricalo can't turn in the rebound. Now Rangers are coming forward, and that's a good ball through. That's a great challenge here from Imano. We're coming into the final 10 minutes of the game. I think that's just flagged up there. Renoke is not faring so well, so we'll get Hannibal on, and I'll take off maybe Daniel Daga off for Handel, just to give us a little bit more steel in defensive midfield if we can, just to see things out. So in the last 5 minutes of the game, a couple of changes from Rangers as well, but they're still playing their 4-2-3-1. I think this would be very unjust if they got something late on here, which they have done with Valera. It's very, very unjust, but it's their own fault really. Team's not concentrated for the full duration of the game, and we've thrown away the win there. So tell them it's absolutely unacceptable, but still give them some encouragement. It did get his a bit of a reaction earlier, and see if we can get anything from this one. Eddie Hugo's came on, he's been playing pretty poor. Bricalo's not having a great game either. Might need to bring him off. So into the 5th minute of extra time. Rangers will probably feel that they've got a bit of momentum now, but the ball's played through to Mwanta. Finds Bricalo, who tucks it away. Brilliant. What a goal from Bricalo. I'm happy with that one. He's just about to come off as well. So we'll bring him off. And I'm going to bring Manny on. As much as he's leaving, he's done a really good job for us since he's came in. We'll bring him on for an appearance in the cup final. Hopefully we can see that out now. So looking at the match stats up there, our XG's absolutely dwarfing Rangers. We've had more of the possession as well, but Rangers have been pretty clinical when they've had the chances. Pulled us back. Hopefully with this highlight we can try and wrap things up. Handel plays it back to Cittadini, plays it forward. Portanova's got a little bit of room there on the right, through to Hannibal. And that's a good finish here from Hannibal, beats the keeper at his near post. Kelly probably should have done a little bit better with that, but we are not complaining. Plenty of power in the shot from Hannibal. 4-2 up. Surely we're not going to throw away a 2-goal lead again here. As Rangers play the ball around. Raskin coming forward. Aurea down the right. We are hounding them, but they're playing the ball around quite nicely. Swung in, and they have got a goal back, unfortunately. It's back to 4-3 with 10 minutes left to play into the 112th minute. Rangers playing it around the back here just now. And we've managed to nick it again. Can we get another goal here just to wrap things up with Manny? That's quite a tame effort. Straight at Kelly with very little power. So into the final 5 minutes, we've got a corner of Hannibal. Plays it in. Just need to turn one of these home. I don't want to be coming in the last couple of minutes. Rangers have already proven that they can get late goals. Be forcing this one into extra time as it is. We're still coming forward and still trying to be positive with our play. Area we go to Handel. Handel plays it out wide. Emanol's got a little bit of space to put it across, but it's a good challenge from the Rangers centre back there. Delquat. Another corner here for Hannibal to try and get something from it. Be happier if he just took his time there and kept it in the corner. It's into the last minute of the game. 2 minutes of injury time to be played. Hopefully we've done enough. We've got another highlight here at the end of the game. Hopefully it's just the ref about to blow the final whistle. Mikic taking his time over a throw in. Hannibal plays it out wide. And Wanta's got a goal in the 123rd minute. It's going to be checked by VAR. Did look to have a lot of space there. It's been awarded, so 5-3, that's going to wrap the game up thankfully. Thoroughly deserved it. See the lads going and lifting what will now be the 4th trophy of the series in our second League Cup. So we've successfully defended the Viaplay Cup this time round, and we'll see the lads lifting the trophy, and then we'll go on to discuss where we go from here for the next episode. And there we go. Get the fireworks going off and the confetti raining down on the boys. Well done to them. Made it harder for themselves than they really had to, but tell them they deserve to celebrate, and we'll continue on. Nothing better than beating your rivals in the final. So we'll have a quick look then at the schedule, see kind of where we're going to come back from here. I think again, we're trying to keep the seasons a little bit shorter, just due to time scales with the new football manager. Just a couple of months around the corner. So what we'll do is we'll come back then for the game at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid and against Feyenoord at home, and then after that we'll have the transfer deadline day for January. Hopefully we can get some even better players in than we've got at the moment, just to try and kick things on. But that's it anyway for today's episode. Again, thanks very much for all the support and for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Thanks again.